Hello, all you beautiful people out there. Welcome back to Passion Water Tarot. This is going to be a timeless reading. We're going to call this Messages from Spirit. And like all generalized readings, if it doesn't resonate with you, if it resonates, take what resonates and leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate, don't try to force it. Energies, male and female, are interchangeable. So change it as it resonates with you. Time is fluid. You could have already started experiencing some of the messages in this reading, or will experience them in the future. I am an intuitive reader, and with that being said, we're going to dance into the passion waters of your life, okay? If you see some smoke, I'm burning a little sage here, okay? We're doing a little saging today. I love the smell of sage. Ah, so fantastic. So what this is this is going to be a collective reading, okay? Messages from Spirit. Spirit woke me yesterday and said that I had to start doing these. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow through. We always do we're guided to do, right? Okay. So we're going to invite Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors into this reading with love and light. As for the highest level of clarity from them and for the messages to be received, and to open chakras to allow the messages to be received with these. Okay? So let's get started. Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors, for those receiving the messages, please provide an Archangel Oracle card. Thank you for all messages forthcoming. What say ye? Breathe. Archangel Raphael. Oh, what happened to the light? Archangel Raphael. Breathe. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. That sounds like a wonderful thing to do. Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors, please provide those receiving messages an Alice in Wonderland Oracle card to focus on for this reading. Thank you for the messages forthcoming. What say ye? No, not four, not four. That's too many. It's too many of the style card for that. Thank you, Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors. Please provide one or two Alice in Wonderland Oracle cards for those who are receiving messages during this reading. All right. They gave you number 19. Who in the world are you? Getting to know the new you. That's a good thing, right? The new you. Somebody who has ascended. Somebody who has grown, blossomed. Beautiful. The overall energy of the reading from the bottom of the English Magic Tarot is the Hierophant in reverse. Not having a higher level of commitment, not wanting to commit to something, not wanting to work together on something. And that is clarified by the Six of Swords, wanting to go over to calmer waters, calmer shores. Okay, so let's see. Put that one there. You can see it. And that one there. Okay, and this is the Lisa Parker Tarot Familiar. Okay? Put that there. Okay. So we're going to do a Celtic cross for this reading. And the energy that you're bringing to the table is the Four of Cups. So that's the Miser card. You're holding back. And the challenge to that is the Wheel of Fortune. It wants to turn in your favor, but you're holding yourself back. You're not releasing the time, the energy, the emotions, the money to allow that Wheel of Fortune to move forward. Okay? The base of your reading is the King of Swords in reverse. Knowing you need to cut something out, but you're not really sure because you're not able to make a solid head over heart decision. Your crown is laying on the ground there. Not feeling quite kingly. In your recent past, you have the Five of Wands, some bickering, fussing, feuding, one-upping one another, maybe some bullying. Crowning your reading, you have the Page of Coins, wanting to send a small message of something that's tangible, something that's solid, grounded, something that would be real. In your near future, you have Justice. You have Justice. The Scales of Justice. One of my favorite readers always says, you don't get justice unless there was an injustice. And that is so very true. So very true. While she may be walking on a bed of roses now with rainbows behind her, it's not always been that way. As we can see by the recent past, the Five of Wands. Okay, the energy that you are bringing to the reading, the influence that you're bringing to the reading is the Seven of Wands. Knowing what you're fighting for, fighting off the masses. And remember, with the masses, a lot of time, the M is silent. You're standing your ground. You are not backing down. The external influence to the reading is the Six of Coins in reverse. A situation that was not an equal give and take. A person that feels like the situation was not equal give and take. You're most likely your hopes and fears is the Ten of Cups. That's a nice hope to have right there, folks. That's a happy home, happy house, happy spouse, right? But the one thing about that Ten of Cups, there's something behind the curtain. Maybe it's your next new beginning because a 10 is a completion card. The most likely outcome of this is the Magician. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. He has everything he needs to manifest what he wants. He's got air, he's got earth, he's got fire, and he's got water. He's got it. Okay? Let's see what your clarifiers are for this reading. Alright, so the Four of Cups, your energy coming to the table is clarified by the Emperor in reverse. You are not feeling like you have everything. You don't feel like you're in control. You feel a little chaotic, a little out of control, not grounded or loyal or stable. I don't feel any manipulative energy towards that one. It's almost a feeling of being lost, of being afraid. That's it, of fear. That's what it is. The Emperor is that Emperor is feeling fearful at this time. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Moon in reverse. Secrets need to come to the surface. They need to be revealed. There was things that were hidden that need to come out. The King of Swords in reverse is clarified by the Eight of Wands, needing some communication. Of course, the King of Swords in reverse would need communication, right? Some passionate back and forth communication. The Five of Wands is clarified by the Five of Wands. Wow. Look at that. Double confirmation there. The Page of Coins is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Not feeling abundant. Not feeling like that little note will be enough to make a change in this situation. That little message that it's not going to be enough. That it won't be abundant. Justice is clarified by the Knave of Pentacles in reverse, which is a page. And that page is not sending out a little note that is grounded and loyal. It says these are both the same. So crowning the reading was sending out the note or the message, but you didn't feel like it would be enough or abundant. And in your near future, you're not going to send the message, and you feel like that's justified. The Seven of Wands and the upright is clarified by the King of Cups. An energy that is mature emotionally, but they don't always release how they feel. They try to make head over heart decisions based on the logic, not on the emotions. The Six of Coins in reverse is clarified by the Three of Wands, waiting for your shifts to come in. That's a card of delay. Anything that's not balanced and even would need to have a delay in order to have changes created for it. The Ten of Cups is clarified by the King of Swords in reverse. Here he is again. Here he is again. So communication is affecting the Ten of Cups. The King not being grounded, loyal, stable, not knowing what to cut out and what not to cut out to get his Ten of Cups. The Magician is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, which is no longer looking back on the past, but living in the here and now. Well, that's the only way we can manifest, is to live in the here and now. You can't manifest the past. You really can't manifest the future. You're manifesting the here and now. Okay, everyone. So what we have here is somebody who's holding back, and they're fearful. They're fearful that a little message or note would not be good enough, because things need to come out so that Wheel of Fortune can turn in their favor. There needs to be some passionate back and forth communication to help this king figure out what needs to be cut out of their life due to some fussing and feuding in the past. Maybe a little bullying and one-upping one another. But this king is feeling very justified of not sending the message, because he already knew that it was not going to be abundant. It wasn't going to be accepted well because it wasn't going to be enough. But your energy, your influence on the reading is you standing up for something that you believe in. And that is not releasing your emotions and using your head over your heart. And the other person that's come to the reading is feeling like it wasn't an even give and take situation, and they're waiting for their ships to come in. They feel like you placed a level of burden on them. And you're looking for your 10 of Cups, but that's affected by not knowing what to cut out of your life because you haven't had this passionate conversation that you need to have, this heart-to-heart conversation. And you're ready to manifest for the here and now what you're looking for. Okay, I'm going to say collective, okay? So collective, that's the most likely outcome. But let's ask what's the next step in this situation, okay? So, the next step is the Knight of Cups in reverse, not making a movement forward with passion. With emotion, because it's still very stagnant, the Hangman, and the Nine of Coins is in reverse. So not going forward towards a single independent person who is making head over heart decisions, who makes their own money and makes their own decisions. It's very stagnant energy here. And the clarifiers for this are feeling weak and vulnerable, and that's why there's no movement towards with the Knight of Cups. It remains stagnant, and the chapter is closing. There'll be a new one starting. And the Nine of Coins person, who you're not going towards, is no longer crying over the past. They're figuring out there's something worth salvaging from what was left behind, from the destruction of what was left behind after the cups were spilled. So, how does this other person feel towards the collective? We'll use the 3 cards. There we go. So, collective, we have the 8 of Cups, Death, and the Ace of Swords here. Okay? And we'll get clarifiers for all 3 of these. We have the Hierophant for the 8 of Cups. We have the 7 of Swords for Death. And we have the King of Wands for the Ace of Swords. So we have somebody walking away from a higher level of commitment. They didn't want to walk away. They're looking up at the sky like, I should have known better. I should have known better. Look at this. Isn't he looking up like that? Like, I should have known better. So somebody's walking away from a higher level of commitment. And there's going to be some change and transformation. But no new beginning and honesty, no honest new start with the King of Wands. The change and transformation is regarding the cheating, the lying, the deceit, and the deception. But there's no new honest beginning with the King of Wands. Why is the King of Wands here? Because the King of Wands is holding back the Four of Cups. So you're presenting now, collective, as the King of Wands. You were showing up as the King of Swords in reverse. Now you're showing up as the King of Wands. One good thing about it, you're always royalty, aren't you? But there's no new beginning in honesty due to holding back, not releasing the energy, the emotions, the money, the time towards this new beginning. You're too busy right now, huh? Too busy for love. To dare my breath, Ace of Swords says on it. Well, how does the collective feel towards this other person in the reading? The Knight of Wands in reverse, the Four of Swords, and Temperance in reverse. So Temperance in reverse, they're out of patience and they don't have any faith. The Four of Swords is, they're on a rest period. They're reflecting on the battle they've been through. And the Knight of Wands in reverse is not coming towards you with a passion, creative passion. They find you very attractive. They want to be with you, but they're out of patience and faith in the situation. So now they're resting, they're reflecting. And the clarifiers for Temperance is the Three of Swords in reverse. They're healing a broken heart from the situation. And the Four of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Cups. Because this person wears their heart on their sleeve, they're nurturing and intuitive. And so they're looking back to see what happened and why. There's two moons in this card. There's the big lit up moon here and a smaller moon here. There's more hidden things. They know there's things that's been hidden from them. The Knight of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Ten of Cups in reverse. So since they don't feel like they can get their happy house, happy spouse with you, since they're not willing to move, that's why they don't feel like they can move towards you. So you don't feel like you can move towards them and they don't feel like they can move towards you. Can I say that you both you're mirroring one another with your stagnancy? They're not coming forward due to fear. I mean, you're not coming forward due to fear. They're not coming forward because they're reflecting on it. They're trying to heal a broken heart. Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors, if the collective and their person of interest were to have a heart-to-heart conversation, would you let me know what's the most likely outcome of that? Three of Cups in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, and the Eight of Wands. So that would be somebody who's not working together and they're upset over, they're split up at this time with a communication. Not working together, having to make a decision, taking off the blindfold, Two of Swords in reverse, and seeing what's really going on. The Lovers who are split would have to be the revealing of the secrets again. Everybody would need to be telling their truth. And the Eight of Wands would be Judgment in reverse. Not making a good judgment call. not trusting one's judgment. Whatever went down in this relationship, it's very sad. With all this fussing and feuding over here. Collective. The communication would cause you not to trust your judgment. So, free will can and will change all outcomes of situations. Let's look up the Archangel, the Alice in Wonderland Oracle card number 19. It says, who in the world are you? Who in the world am I? Ah, that's the great puzzle. A fascination with getting to know yourself again. Growing into a new self. Defying assumptions about who you are. Exploration of the self. Questioning who you have been told you are. Changing at a very deep level. The readiness to evolve and experiment to come to greater self-knowledge. Well, as the Archangel Raphael said, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. The conversation, according to Spirit, would not lead to a reunion or reconciliation at this time. You both are stagnant and mirroring each other, and healing needs to continue to proceed. Please take the time to click the thumbs up button, like, share, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so you're notified when future readings are available. Namaste.